So I finished reading Death in Venice. I'm not sure if it was exactly what I was expecting. I'm Quinn Moon, I write queer fairy tales, and this is part of my sad gay summer list. And I should have put it on I don't know, weird reading. I'm not sure, okay? So in Death in Venice, we follow Gustav as he becomes obsessed with this very beautiful youth named Tadzio. And that's all well and dandy, right? My issue came with, all right. First of all, he justifies the fact that he's obsessed with this literal 14-year-old by referencing the tradition of pederasty. If that's a trigger for you, don't read this book. That's literally all this is. It's him being like, I'm a noble, a mentor, I'm this amazing, respectable doctor of words and all this other jazz, which is fine. This is not my first creepy story, but I like my creeps to know they're creeps and own being creeps. This guy was like, I'm not a creep. Sir, yes you are. It's literally him stalking Tadzio. The entire book is him stalking this kid. And the kid knows Tadzio at one point really is leading him on, and he has these suggestive looks and all that stuff. Don't do that. Stalkers are dangerous. Thankfully, there was never any essay, which was miraculous given the time and the context and the content of this book. And Thomas Mann actually became obsessed with the youth. Now, he didn't go stalk them through the town of Venice. I mean, that's what his wife claims. But he did become obsessed with this youth. And Thomas Mann uses this as a means to kind of work through his own bisexuality, which he uses many of his works to do so. I'm just hoping that they're not as creepy as Gustav was. Y'all want to read a book and be so turned off of Venice, please read this one. The way that that Gustav describes Venice is grotesque. It's amazing. I mean, it's hysterical. It was that way before he started stalking Tadzio. Afterwards, he's like, what a gorgeous city. Obviously, all you're doing is stalking this poor kid. Not the point. An offensive sultriness lay over the streets. The foul-smelling lagoon to Venice. Nothing of this sounds attractive or romantic. It was a tragicomedy in my opinion. I don't know if it was supposed to be. Also, I red flagged this book yo, you are a red flag, Gustav. Honestly, the ending, Death in Venice, right, for a reason. I don't know. I was kind of I don't know what I just read. And I watched the film because there was a film adaptation of this. I don't know how there isn't a film adaptation of Giovanni's Room, but that's a whole other issue. There was a film adaptation of this and I watched it. It was literally 2.5 hours of watching this creepy old guy stalk this kid. No bueno. But like I said, no essay, so I guess I'll take that as a win. Talk about a low bar when that's the win. Tell me what you thought of Death in Venice if you've read it, because I was kind of hoping for more. First of all, I was hoping the kid wasn't 14. He is, fine. I was really hoping for forbidden escapades between this older teenager. When they said youth, I'm like, all right, kid's a minor. I didn't expect him to be 14, and I didn't expect the guy to be a creep and a stalker. Realize stalking is so not my thing. So yeah, let me know what you thought of Death in Venice. I don't know if this was a sad gay summer